Today's topic: balance of payments and its components for class 12.
Hello friends, how are you? This is Arvind, PGT Economics from Kendriya Vidyalaya Koraput. Today I am going to discuss on the topic the balance of payments and its component. And as you know, the present day world, all the countries of the world are almost called as the open economies. Why they are called as open economies? Because they are having economic transactions with the rest of the world. They export goods, services and also make financial and other assistance to other countries. Similarly, they import the goods and services and take the financial assistance from the rest of the world. So, when they are making export and import of all these goods and services, they are maintaining a record, and this record of all economic transactions between a country with the rest of the world is called as balance of payment. And today we will discuss what is called as balance of payment. The balance of payment is of a country is a systematic record of all economic transactions between the residents of a country and the rest of the world over a period of time, that may be on a quarterly basis or maybe for 1 year. So, all these transactions are made by the private individuals, by the firms and by the government enterprises. So, all these economic transactions between the residents of the country and the rest of the world is called as balance of payments. And when you say economic transactions, it has 4 components. What are they? First is visible items, means it implies that export and import of goods, that is merchandise items. Then second is your export and import of invisible items, and next is your unilateral transfers, means one sided transfers, either they receive or they make the payment, and the last part is your capital transfers, that means transfers of financial assets either from rest of the world or to the rest of the world. So, these are the 4 components. And when you say about the accounting of the treatment of balance of payment, it is a very interesting thing to say that the balance of payments maintain a double entry bookkeeping record. That means the items which are exported and items which are imported are maintained in 2 ways. One is in the credit side and the other in the debit side. So, what comes in the form of the foreign exchanges that are entered in the credit side, and what foreign exchanges goes out of the country are coming under the debit side. That is why the balance of payments maintain a double entry system, and that is why the balance of payment is always balanced. So, now if we discuss on the components of balance of payment, what does this mean? The balance of payments has mainly 3 components. One is your current accounts, second is your capital accounts, and third is the errors and omissions. So, now if we discuss about the point number 1, that is your current account of balance of payments. So, what does the current account of balance of payment mean? You just focus on this, the line it is mentioned that current account balance refers to those items which does not make any change in the assets or liabilities of the country. That means by making the transactions of these current accounts, neither the assets of the country increases or decreases, or the liabilities of the country neither increases or decreases. That just there is no change in the assets and liabilities status of the country. And if you see what does these components of this current account include, it includes the export and import of the physical goods, that is otherwise known as merchandise items, or that is known as visible items. That means export of goods comes under the point number 1. Second, export and import of services, that is invisible items like your shipping, banking, insurance, all these which are exported and which are imported. And next one is your unilateral transfers. Unilateral means one sided transfers, whatever we receive and whatever we pay, but there is no such exchange. That means it is only for the grant or for gift or for donation or for help, this type of assistance we are giving to other countries or we are receiving from other countries. For example, nowadays the world is suffering from this COVID-19. So, we are receiving the support from the rest of the world and we are extending our help to rest of the world. This type of help without such benefit, without any return are coming under this one. And the last one is your income from investment, which implies that whatever the income we are receiving in the form of profit, interest, dividend are coming under this one. So these are the mainly 4 items which are the coming under the current account of the balance of payments. Now if you say balance of पेमेंट का जो करंट अकाउंट है, ये करंट अकाउंट में आप देखेंगे जितना सारे रिसिप्ट हम पा रहे हैं रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड से इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंजेस, ऑल दीज आइटम्स आर कमिंग अंडर द क्रेडिट साइड or the credit items, because for this by exporting the goods and services we are receiving the foreign exchanges, means inflow of foreign exchanges in our account coming under the credit side, and the payment of for import of goods and services are recorded in the debit side, that is the debit items and credit items. These are the 2 items, the 2 sides of the balance of payment. We are taking the credit side and the debit side. Now the net difference between the receipt and expenditures in the current account of the balance of payment is the balance on the current account. Now if you go to the next one, the capital account of the balance of payment, what does this mean? That the capital account of the balance of payment includes those items which cause change in the assets and liabilities of the country. Means by procuring, by getting those assets, either our assets will increase or our assets will decrease, our liabilities may increase or our liabilities may decrease. That is why when there is a change in the liabilities and assets status of the country, then those items are called as capital items or capital account of the balance of payments. So it is related to the claims of liabilities and assets of the country. So now if you see what are the components it is coming, the first one is your borrowing and lending from the rest of the world or from the abroad, and which includes 3 transactions. One is your private transactions related to private individuals, second official transactions related to the government, and third one is your banking capital transactions which are related to the banking organizations. So now second is your investment to and from abroad, which includes 2 important items, that is your foreign direct investment and portfolio investment. So and the last one is your change in the foreign exchange reserve. These are the main 3 items which comes under the capital account of the balance of payments. Now if you just go to find out the borrowings and lendings as assets, then it implies the first private transactions, which implies that these are the items which affects the liabilities and assets of the private individuals, that is the private individuals who buys the financial assets, shares, debentures, land and other such immovable assets in the rest of the world, and by which they have to make the payment to the rest of the world. So that is why our foreign exchange reduces. And when the foreigners are coming to India, they are making investment in India, then the foreign exchange is coming to India, and that comes under the credit side. So when the private individuals are dealing with this one, this is called as your private transactions. Similarly, on the other hand, we have official transactions, means government is also making the purchases or sale of the assets in the rest of the world. Similarly, foreign governments are also making purchase and sale of the financial assets in our country, for which our the assets or liabilities are increasing or decreasing, and that comes under your official transactions. And banking capital transactions includes the movement of the financial assets and liabilities of those banks who are authorized to deal with the foreign exchange, means only the transaction of the banks which are dealing with the foreign exchanges are coming under this capital account. These are the 3 items. And now if you say about the foreign direct investment, this foreign direct investment refers to those investment which gives full control to the buyer over the asset. Means when he buys, he has the full control over those assets. Indians are also buying, जैसे ICT कंपनी बाहर देश को जाकर जो assets खरीद किया, इसलिए उनका asset बढ़ा. तो ऐसे होगा even when the we are just purchasing the assets from the rest of the world or foreigners coming and purchasing the assets in our country. So, that when they have the full control over that asset, then that is called as foreign direct investment. And the next one is your portfolio investment. In this type of investment, the owner does not have full control over the asset. They just buy, become a partner, but he will not become an owner of that one. This is one type of investment which is made where our assets or liabilities may increase or decrease. And if you see the balance sheet of this balance of payment, it is very clear. The credit side shows the positive sign and the debit side shows the negative signs. And what is the current account first shows the export of goods, export of services, unilateral transfers, and import. Debit side shows import of goods, import of services, unilateral payments that is made, and capital accounts include all these items, that is your private transactions and official transactions. Then next is your banking capital transactions, foreign direct investment, portfolio investment. ये all these things हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. बाई चांस ये दोनों के बीच तालमेल नहीं रहा, किसी ने ज़्यादा हो गया, किसी ने कम हो गया, तो ये दोनों को कैसे बैलेंस किया जाएगा? क्योंकि आप जानते हैं बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट इज ऑलवेज बैलेंस. इफ देयर इज ए डिसइक्विलिब्रियम, देयर इज ए डिफरेंस इन द debit and credit side of the balance of payments, then the last point, that is errors and omissions, will enter and make a balance sheet, a balance of payment sheet, a balance one. So, this is all about your balance of payments. And the sometimes one 3-mark question is asked, what is the difference between balance of payment and balance of trade? So, just the difference is that balance of trade is a part of the current account of the balance of payment, whereas balance of payment includes the capital account as well as current account of the balance of payments, economic transactions. And balance of trade is a narrow concept, balance of payment is a wider concept. If the number third, if there is a deficit or difference in the balance of trade, that can be adjusted through balance of payments, but if there is a disequilibrium in the balance of payment, that cannot be adjusted through the balance of trade. So, this is all about the difference, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope you must have enjoyed this session. Thank you very much.
Don't forget to subscribe this channel. You can like, comment and share. Thank you for watching.